Hey guys, I want to make a quick video showcasing Necromancer spell rotations. This is really only going to be relevant if you're playing a modded run where enemies have higher vitality and armor. Here we have triple tactician, so instead of plus 50%, they have plus 350% and even more for physical armor. Basically triple the stats they have on tactician. If you're just playing vanilla, you'll just cast Graft Star once and then everything dies. But I'm going to show you how you can easily get 2 Core Explosions off, plus 2 Grassless Starved off, even if I don't even know if we're going to need all 4, but we'll see what happens. And just using our normal spells, Infect and Mosquito Swarm in between, in order to just output as much damage as we can. So 2 Grass Starved and 2 Corpse Explosion. They all have 250% multipliers, so that's 1000% multiplier in an AoE. Everything will die. So, I'm going to go ahead and pre-buff. Get our first Grassless Starved off. They're not happy with us, which is fine. He's crippled. Just go ahead and use our ranger to group everyone up. At this point in the run, they're basically just a teleport stick for the Necromancer. We could finish one off. Nah, we'll just leave it to the Necromancer. We are using a couple unconventional talents on our ranger. Far Out Man and Ambidextrous. Far Out Man just makes it easier to teleport everyone together, and then Ambidextrous makes teleport scrolls cheaper as well. But I don't think we have to move anyone in, but we're going to move this guy in just to be sure. That way when he dies, he's positioned for another explosion. Too bad we're too far away to peace of mind him, aren't we? Yep. No big deal. Didn't even need the adrenaline, and we don't have to go invisible. Actually, you know what? Did knock this guy down. Probably don't have to, but might as well. Alright, so we got our first grasp off already. Get our 10% damage, which is multiplicative on spells. That was actually a mistake, because now we just lost an AP because we already had too much from Executioner. We're going to use Source Vampirism. Get this one back. And we're just going to use our regular old spells here to finish some more people off. Probably this one. It's the weakest. And this will also spread disease, which reduces all their constitution. So they're softer. Use one source point on Skin Graft. And what do you know? We have 2 more source again. Grasp is back up. And we have 5 more AP. And there's another corpse already, so we're good. And goodbye. And there you have it. There's how you can easily output basically as much damage as you could possibly need in any scenario. You could go in under leveled to Act 3 or Act 4 if you really, really wanted to, and you'll be fine. So now just to go over the build real quick. Attributes, you're going to prioritize intelligence. Then whatever bonus points you have left over is going to wits. And then of course you're doing memory as needed. Combat ability stats priority is warfare, then huntsman, then scoundrel. Huntsman is prioritized over scoundrel because you're more likely going to have the high ground than you are going to crit, at least until Act 4. If you start getting your crit chance up to like 90% or something like that, once you get to endgame, you can do warfare, scoundrel, and then huntsman if you want. As far as talents are concerned, executioner, then elemental affinity, then savage sortilege, then hothead, and then really whatever you want. You could do 5-star diner paired with the blood rose elixir from Rebecca, just so it's easier to cover the stats you need to equip stat sticks like we're using for Fang of the Winter Dragon. So like we need 12 strength. So that just makes it easier to cover, which we don't really need to if we have 2 of these anyway, but it can make it easier. You can see I'm using lots of strength gear even though I'm an intelligence character. I mean, I'm basically all on a strength equipment build. It doesn't really matter what kind of gear it is, it just matters what's on it. So as far as gear is concerned, you're really just going to be looking for in your helmet slot, your chest piece slot, your amulet, and your rings. Those are the slots you're going to get most of your combat ability stats from. You want stats that are either going to give you damage or cover the minimums you need for skills you need to learn. So you can see I don't have a single point in Arrow Thirds, we're covering that. I don't have any points in Huntsman, we're covering that for Tactical Retreat. I don't have any Hydro, I don't have any Necro. I'm even getting a little bit of Polymorph from this unique here. Point being, I'm using as few of my actually assigned points in stuff I need to cover skills. That way I can put them all in Warfare, right? So you can see I already have 17 because I put 10 in there and then I gotten 7 more from gear. And then I've already started going Scoundrel. I think that I put it in Scoundrel instead of Huntsman, unlike what I just told you guys to do, because one of the last fights I did was Roost Anlon, and there's no high ground in that fight, so I just went ahead and respec. So, but yeah, I should have Huntsman here because you can see in this fight, I have high ground the whole time. But I'm situationally respecking on this run because I need so much damage. So, and then important stat stick you can get. The first one you can get that's relevant is the Illuminator from Scarport in Act 1 once you bless the pigs. As soon as you bless one of the pigs in Act 1 in the marshes, she'll spawn, you kill her, you get the Illuminator, gives Pyro, gives 10% crit. Then, of course, next one's Fang of the Winter Dragon. 10% base crit, tons of nice stats on it once you kill Slain. And you can duplicate it in the first vision with Meister Siva. I think I'll try to link a guide in the description of how you can do that. Next one's going to be Eternal Stormblade in Act 3. It's in a cave in a stone with some elemental like mechanicals in there. You kill them, pull the Stormblade out. It's got some memory and like 15% crit on it, which is nice. Then Act 4, it's been too long since I played. I don't remember where you get it in Act 4. I think it's close to the beginning of Act 4, but you can get Rancor, which has 25% crit chance on it as well. So those are the main stat sticks, but really for the majority of the levels in the game, you're going to be using Fang of the Winter Dragon. Anyways, we'll go more in depth on the build stuff for Necromancer and the run review, but just to give a little bit of an overview, since we were doing a video on how Necromancer spellcasting can be used. One last thing I'll mention is if you're really trying to min-max, Glass Cannon should actually be the first talent you take, and that should be the first talent you take on every single build in the entire game. For the most part, if you're really min-maxing, a party of 4 Glass Cannons is going to be the strongest way to play the game, even above 2 Lone Wolves. I know that sounds maybe controversial, but Lone Wolf, because your point assignment is capped in Definitive Edition, most builds really are not going to be like that much more insanely stronger on a Lone Wolf than they are on Glass Cannon, because you're going to have more AP and just overall damage output with 4 characters than you are with 2 Lone Wolves, assuming you're gearing correctly and doing all the stuff correctly. So in that case, it would just be Glass Cannon, Executioner, Elemental Affinity, Savage Sortilege, Hothead, and then that would be your last one unless you get bonus talents from what's his name, Karen in Act 4. So this build can come online as early as Act 2, as soon as you get to 3 source points. Reason being, you can obtain Graft Star pre-level 13, which is usually when 2 source spells become available. You're just going to go ahead and go over to Riker in his house, go to his basement, sneak past him, and then he's got Graft Star just sitting on a desk in his basement. You can just grab the skill book and learn it as long as you have 3 Necromancer. There's no actual level requirements for learning spells. There's only level requirements for traders selling spells. So since it's already just in the game world, you can just go steal it. The other thing you'll need is 3 source. You'll start with 1, obviously. You'll get the second source point very easily by just walking north from Driftwood. There's no fights along the way. Go to the Advocate, sell your soul to the devil. You'll have 2 source points. Then, third source point, you'll go west of Driftwood to Wrecker's Cave. You'll find Mortis there. He's a little difficult if you let him use Source Vampirism on another dead character from the fight. So usually you just kill Mortis first in the fight. The fight ends, and then you just talk to him and get a source from him. and then voila, you have 3 source points. So very easily, you could be, I mean, you could be extremely low level. The minimum is level 9 to get like skin grafts. So as long as you're level 9 in Act 2 and you get those 2 source points from the out of kit and from Mortis, I pick Mortis because I think he's the easiest in my opinion that I can think of to get another source point from. You'll have 3 source, and you'll have no problem casting Skin Graft and Grass the Starved as well. And then getting the second Graft off requires Source Vampirism, which once you've gotten 3 source, you just come back over to Meister Siva's house, do the third ritual, and then voila, you've got Source Vampirism, and then you can probably cast more damage spells than you could possibly need. Anyways, I hope this has been helpful, and I'll see you guys next time.
Keeping it together,